if you want to control a population, do you think you go and you tell them exactly the truth? The main reason for the moon landing hoax is to perpetuate, to continue to propagandize with this spinning ball, Big Bang, evolution cosmology that they've come up with.
All over the world, people show these epic pictures of the Earth from space with the moon over here and the sun over there and the planets. There's none.
I know, the thought of flat earth, it sounds ludicrous, but you've been misinformed since birth and you're new to this phenomenon, and I'ma spread the word. The media lies, it's controlled, it's absurd. Have you heard how this occurred? Admiral Byrd, the first man to fly past the South Pole, said it was astonishing this ongoing land, and the government took over, and here's what they planned. First they formed the treaty that was signed by all the nations, Antarctica off limits, except for Freemasons. They then formed the fake space program, NASA, with Walt Disney as they go, man. But now we know, man, it's all been a lie. Every single picture of Earth is fake CGI.
It is Photoshop, but it has to be.
They even admit it. Still think we landed on the moon, it's time to get with it. Trillions and trillions of tax dollars, what lit it? Plus they want to hide God, another reason why they did it. The founder of NASA, evidence that he gave. The truth, it resides right there in his grave. A quote from the Bible about the firmament, with the sun, moon, and stars up in it and permanent. Gotta go with God, he spoke the earth into existence, with the sun and the moon at a much closer distance. The same size too, but you're taught a different tune. That the sun is 400 times bigger than the moon. God said the earth was a stationary plane. The Big Bang Theory's just a government claim. They've been fooling us all. We don't live on a ball. They want you thinking that this world came from nothing at all. Space is fake and they take away G-O-D. Space is fake and they take away your money. No proof to their truth, just theories. And we don't come from monkeys. Undesigned, divine, a sign, it's all meant for us. Research yourself, it's yourself you'll trust.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore.
Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go.
At night, the craters, or the dark spots, I like to call them, are black because it's in our sky and there's black sky behind it. If you look at the full moon during the day, those spots are now blue. Every picture we have from NASA of a planet is an artist rendering. They're not real pictures. If you take a strong telescope and look at a planet, it looks nothing like this. It looks like a self-illuminating light. It looks more like a star. They used to call planets wandering stars.
They tell you that space, it's an infinite vacuum there, but then it should be sucking up our atmosphere of air. Yeah, you could look up antimatter, just more proof that this is not chit-chatter with Polaris, the fixed star above the North Pole. But how can that be from what we're taught, what we're told, that the sun is moving 500,000 miles per hour? We circle it, spin and chase it, so let's face it, a star constellation would never be the same. Let's open our minds, unwash our brains. It takes a year to circle the sun, is what they say. So then in 6 months, we're exactly halfway. But now the sunlight comes from the opposite way. Then moon phases would change, and night would be day. Our globe model doesn't make sense at all. Water sticking to the exterior of a spinning ball. Water self-levels, you can see that clearly. And don't tell me gravity is just a theory. If a force that strong could hold all our oceans down, then nothing would be able to rise up off the ground. Gravity's impossible, it can't be selective. It's just pseudoscience and you're taught to accept it. You're taught lies from evildoers with wealth. Forget Hollywood, the media, and think for yourself. Next time on a plane, just look out your window. Horizon's eye level when it should be below. If Earth was a ball, it would drop as you rise. Weather balloon footage, more proof for your eyes. Like our transparent moon, you can see right through. And it's not a reflection, you can see that too. You can see landmarks like houses that you shouldn't. If there was curvature, trust me, you wouldn't. You will see ice walls anywhere you head south. A no-fly zone, you can check all the routes. Flight paths make more sense on a flat Earth map. It's the United Nations logo, what you think about that? They've been fooling us all. We don't live on a ball. They want you thinking that this world came from nothing at all. Space is fake and they take away G-O-D. Space is fake and they take away your money. No proof to the truth, just theories. And we don't come from monkeys. Undesigned, divine, a sign, it's all meant for us. Research yourself, it's yourself you'll trust.
In the Bible, it talks about the sea, there's the sky, there's the firmament. What the firmament is a dome.
It says that in the Bible.
Yeah, there's a firmament, the heavens are above it, and then it talks about how the earth expands to its four corners.
The Statue of Liberty. It stands 326 feet above sea level and can be seen as far as 60 miles away. Now, if the Earth was a globe at the dimensions that they give us, that would put Lady Liberty at an impossible 2,074 feet below the horizon.
It takes time to accept this, it's expected, like sunrise and sunsets due to perspective. It's not 93 million miles away, with sundogs, hot spots, and angled sun rays. It's close circles over the earth, like a spotlight, and when it's far enough out of sight, then you got night. Picture looking down a really long hallway, ceiling lights appear lower going away. Denser air, water molecules rising, is why it looks bigger when it's over the horizon. Surprising, no video from space of Earth. They've been shoving this globe in your face since birth. And the ISS, another hoax indeed. Impossible to board at that ridiculous speed. Moving 22 times faster than a speeding bullet. The rug that's under NASA, come and see me pull it. And I'm sick and tired of people saying show me the edge, cause you would freeze to death way beyond the ice wall's ledge. No one's been around the world, north, south, back north, only east or west. With a circle as the course, it's how you get around. Evidence found, you don't live in a ball spinning faster than the speed of sound.
In the late 50s, there was a treaty signed by all the major countries of power to not let anybody go into Antarctica. So if you try to get close to Antarctica, they're going to tell you, get the hell out of here. You could go on little explorations of it, but nothing without a bunch of people monitoring.
But I tell you what you don't see from the ISS, which you really should, and you never do, is one of the 17,000 satellites that are also supposed to be spinning around up there as well.
They've been fooling us all, we don't live on a ball. They want you thinking that this world came from nothing at all. They've been fooling us all, we don't live on a ball. They want you thinking that this world came from nothing at all. They've been fooling us all, we don't live on a ball. They want you thinking that this world came from nothing at all. It's a mistake and they take away just their days. It's a mistake and they take away your money. No proof to their truth, just theories. And we don't come from monkeys. Our design divine, a sign it's all meant for us. Research yourself, it's yourself you'll trust.
All right, welcome in everybody. Hope everybody's having a fabulous Sunday. You know, it's funny, Sundays to me used to mean, you know, when I was really deep in the matrix, deep in the system, it meant going to church. Man, it's so hard. It's so weird thinking back. You know, I was raised Catholic, but my grandfather was a Methodist minister. And I was really, you know, I really was in love with the Catholic Church, with the faith, with the, you know, the mysteries of the sacraments and so forth. And you know, I look back and hey guys, listen, this is not a. I am where I'm at in my journey. I hope everybody is comfortable with where they're at in their spiritual journey. For me, religion, there was a time in my life where it brought comfort. You know, and I'm not going to say that there's nothing good about religion, because that's not really true either. You know, it's like anything else in life. You know, there's a little bit of good in everything, and there's stuff you got to watch out for. So from the perspective of learning a culture, learning about religion in general, learning about this concept of a creator, about God, learning some morals as they're taught in society, guys, I got no issue with it. But for me, you know, my search was about something much deeper than what was presented to me in the religious circles. And when people ask me about flat Earth, you know, there was a time when I really wouldn't talk about it. Now just about everybody in my real life, certainly here online, knows that I'm a flat earther. But there was a time I wouldn't talk about it, just because the same reason I wouldn't talk about religion in general or politics in general. You often create issues and relationships where you don't need to. So anyway, when people ask me about why flat Earth, why it's important to me, it's like kind of like the mother of all conspiracies. If you can understand how it would be possible to lie about the shape of where we live, if you can understand why that's important, if you can understand the mechanisms that they use to trick people into this false science, then I think you can free yourself from all of the other lies and deceits that are propagated by the system to keep control of the system, right? By the gatekeepers or by the warden class, whatever you want to call them. I used to call them the elite, and I guess I probably still do, but I hate using that term because they're not elite. They're murderous, treacherous, controllers. The idea that anybody would take any great joy in controlling anybody else, no matter what. Man, hey, like single people that are young in their life, that work full-time jobs and stuff, that own pets, guys, it's the same. It's the same thing. I feel really sorry for those pets when they're locked up all day in a house without any company and so forth. I mean, the controllers, the people that propagate the mechanisms that point society to act in a certain way, that keep people mentally enslaved. They use the media against us. They use the educational system against us. They use all of those institutions as vehicles to propagate their narrative, which is all about keeping us enslaved, keeping us distracted, so that they can control everything about what's going on in this realm. And if you can understand how flat Earth, or excuse me, how the globe lie is propagated through all those mechanisms, then you can protect yourself against like, guys, I'm telling you, you won't be able to find me. I'd be willing to bet you wouldn't be able to find me a flat earther that took the jibbity jab, right? Because their knowledge of how all of this stuff works allowed them to see through all of that deceit, right? Even if there are flat earthers that still believe in virus theory, chances are, guys, none of them took the jibbity jab, right? And I think a lot of it has to do with people in flat Earth have a much broader perspective about how all of the mechanisms of government, of the media, how those all work to deceive people than your average person trying to make ends meet in society. So the other thing that I'll say about flat Earth is, it coincided with my stepping away from religion, and I think it's kind of a paradox of flat Earth, and you hear this a lot, with people in the flat Earth or the truther community. Finding flat Earth, I always believed in God. Looking back on my religious training and so forth, and the amount of control that these religious leaders have in dictating how you govern your life. it's really incredible, and it's because they start at a very young age, right? Your religion is picked for you. If you were raised in, no matter what religion you were raised in, it was picked for you, and you were very much indoctrinated into it. I don't care what you say. Very few people pick their religion. Even people who, that were born Muslim or Buddhist, into those systems, and then they are evangelized or whatever, and they become Christians, or vice versa, right? Christians that become Jewish, that start practicing Jewish traditions, or become Hindu or whatever. Those are, you're still gravitating to some control structure that offers you comfort, or the illusion of knowledge of a way to live your life that is compartmentalized or special or whatever. And for me, flat Earth meant breaking away from all of that. But it also brought me to a much clearer understanding of what I consider to be the true creator, right? And it it also, while, guys, I will never tell anybody to take the Bible at face value, and I'm not going to criticize people that do, because there is truth in the Bible, no question about it. But for me, the interpretation of that Bible and being able to question it was paramount. And I really wasn't able to do that on an emotional level. I wasn't able to separate the fear of, being struck down for questioning the Word of God, right? And what a joke that is now to me. And again, I'm not saying there's not truth in the Bible, right? The Bible's a flat Earth book, right? Any of you guys that still believe in the globe, but claim to be Christian or claim to believe in the Bible, or that the Bible is the Word of God, right? The Bible only speaks of a stationary Earth, right? So anyway, the finding of flat Earth and that truth for me really led me to believe more in a creator. But it's not the Sky Daddy or the version that is taught in religions, the creator. I think number one, the idea that the true creator, just look around in nature. God doesn't require religious leaders or specially written books to communicate with any of the rest of his creation, right? It's all done through nature. It's all done in a manner that does not require a certain language, right? So anyway, we're going to take a look today, since we've got a little time. This is the wake and bake version of Conspiracy Crypto. We're going to talk about a lot of crypto. However, I wanted to start by talking about the main thing in our name and in the brand of our YouTube channel, Conspiracy Crypto, and this is the granddaddy of them all. So whether you're drinking your wake and bake, or you're smoking your wake and bake, or if you're not a partaker, welcome to the first Wake and Bake edition of Conspiracy Crypto. All right, the first thing that I want to look at is, this was a video that was the daily video, I believe, on, let's see, yes, it was a daily video that came up on the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. If you're not familiar with Dave Weiss's app, that's the name. That's the full name of it. The Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. There's a link below. There is a small price to the app, but it's a one-time fee of a few dollars. And there's a lot of other, guys, even if you're not on board with Flat Earth, there is a lot of other video and a lot of other content that comes with this app. For example, MLB, My Lunch Break, is a channel that talks about the lies of the historical narrative by investigating mostly the architecture that we find that doesn't make sense in the narrative that's propagated by mainstream education. So if you're a homeschooler, guys, there is so much content. If you're just now coming to the Flat Earth community or the Truther community or the conspiracy world, after the scamdemic, right? Really leading up to the scamdemic, before the scamdemic, a lot of the content that you can find in Dave Weiss's app, you just can't find anymore. You can search for it by title and creator, and you'll have to scroll through probably hundreds of pages of disinformation about Flat Earth before you get to the specific video you're looking for. But in Dave Weiss's app, the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app, it's all there at your fingertips. You can find stuff by category that will be of interest to you. That's, again, beyond the Flat Earth specific content. There's content in there for homeschoolers. There's a lot of good health content in there. Anyway, but one of the things that happens is if you're on the app, every day when you open it up, there's a daily video, and this was one of those daily videos. And so since we've got some time today, we're going to highlight it. We're not going to watch the whole video, but I am going to talk a little bit about my journey and my understanding. This particular video is important because right now there's something going on called the Final Experiment, and a group of globe believers and Flat Earth enthusiasts are in Antarctica, and what they're observing is whether or not the sun makes a 24-hour circle around them as it does in the northern hemisphere, so, or in at the Arctic Circle. People on the side of the globe Earth, they believe that if in fact you can see the sun circling around you in the Antarctic Circle, that implies that the globe is the truth. People on the flat Earth side say that if the observation is as we expect, that the sun looking north from the Antarctic Circle is passes in an anti-arc. In other words, it approaches you, passes in front of you, and then arcs away from you. It would never pass full circle from on your southern side. All right. So I, on the other hand, believe that it's ridiculous to look at the luminaries that are in the sky and to use that to determine the shape of what's underneath us. I think certainly what's above us is related to what happens here. I think more than a lot of people really believe. Even in the truther community, a lot of people don't understand, at least from my perspective, how powerful the sky clock or the luminaries that rotate above us, how much they affect what goes on in our realm. And guys, that kind of relates to what we were talking about before. For example, the Bible, again, something I never considered until breaking away from the religious authorities of mainstream religion, is that the Bible, in a lot of ways, most of the stories that made it into the Bible are astrological references. But anyway, that's a different topic. We're going to check out this video, and I'll stop it from time.
So let's move on, and let me show you guys why the daylight in these three places at once debunks the AE map. So here's Tasmania, here's Cape Town, and here's Ushuaia. Now here's the portion of the Earth that's nighttime. How can it be light right now in Tasmania, light right now in Ushuaia, but not in the North Pole? How can it be light here, but be dark right here?
The refraction of light can create many beautiful optical illusions. Suppose we change the shape of this lens. Let's now return to our original shape. Suppose we change the location of the objects. The image can either be right side up or be inverted upside down. A beam of light is composed of particles called photons.
All right, guys, so this is one thing that if you've been in the truther, the science truth movement via flat earth or via, quaxines, you know that the science is corrupted. It's corrupted by money. And when people talk about light photons or light as particle, it's a complete misunderstanding of what I believe now, what I think to be true, and that is there is a luminescent ether, what is the term? Luminiferous ether, luminescent ether. There is a background to everything that is of material substance in our realm, right? There are not, and the universe, or what we experience as matter, is not made of smaller bits of matter, right? It's made of compressed light, compressed sound. There's only one thing going on here, right? And this took me really years of listening to Ken Wheeler's explanation. Again, if you're not familiar with all the conspiracies and all of the stuff that goes on in the scientific community, all the distortion, the misinformation, the misunderstanding about how things work, a lot of it is rooted in the fact that in the traditional narrative of particle physics, that they extracted this idea of the ether, this background element, this background substance from which everything comes out of. And when you understand that there is an ether and that, like there aren't particles or photons of light, but rather light is the effect of ether perturbation. In other words, the ether is being vibrated, and that illuminates the ether, right? So it's an electromagnetic or a dielectric. What's the word Ken Wheeler uses? It's not the speed of particles, so there's no speed of light. It's the way the waves are propagated through the ether. The way it's very similar to the way Tesla even said light could be nothing more than sound waves. He made the analogy that they were sound waves moving through the ether. In other words, the way sound moves through the air is the way light propagates through the ether. So I disagree with that understanding. However, the idea that light, that there are optical effects of light in our atmosphere and in relationship to what we believe is the structure of the dome, or what some people think there's evidence for, that, you know, that there's some covering, that since we live in a pressurized environment, there must be something that, some barrier completely around us. So when they talk about the dome or the firmament dome, you know, how does light react up against it and so forth? That's why one of the things about that the Globers were very happy about, when the team of people that are doing the observations in Antarctica right now, they were able to see daylight behind them. Now I say behind them, on their southern horizon. Well, they're assuming that light on the horizon, that behind the light was the object of the sun, but that may not necessarily be the case. And that's what they're talking about here. I think that's why I found this video. I pulled up this video. What's up, Crypto Cuts? Hey, man, come on in. I dropped the link. Let me see, I'll drop it again. Man, I'm sorry about last night. I invited Crypto Cuts to come hang out after his live stream, and then I wasn't paying attention to the chat, and so I missed him. And man, I apologize. If you've got time to hang out, come on in. All right, we'll watch just another.
Photons are very different from the particles that matter is made. It moving away from each other.
Let's see.
Where its speed change.
I was hoping this. There we go. There we go. All right, so this is more of a visual of what could be going on if we're seeing daylight. If we're seeing daylight, and again, there's a difference between daylight and sunlight, right? If we're seeing daylight in the south from an observer that is standing in Antarctica, all right, this could be, what they're about to show here could be one of the reasons why. Again, it's an optical effect. It doesn't mean that the physical object of the sun is to the south of the observer. It simply means that the light is wrapping around the structure of the dome. All right, and I think they'll explain this here in a second.
The reason for this, and the reason for all the other phenomena discussed, is due to the fact that refraction is a characteristic of all wave propagation in general.
All right, guys. Now, again, if you're not familiar with the conspiracy world, the truther movement of flat Earth, this is going to blow your mind. And yet it's so simple, right? But again, he's showing here a lot of people who are new to flat Earth, they don't understand that, you know, when the scientific community talks about the sun being 93 million miles away, that's not really what we observe. What we observe is really something a lot more like this, okay? That there's a local light source that we call the sun, And we're not even sure, we believe it appears to be inside of the firmament of the dome. Again, I'm not a religious fanatic. However, I do believe there's a lot of truth in the Bible. We were talking about that earlier for you guys just coming in. And the Bible talks about that the Creator placed the luminaries in the firmament. All right. So now, whether they are above the actual structure, somewhere above what we would perceive as this side of the structure, or whether they're inside of our realm, but it appears to anybody that really takes a look at it and gets out of the indoctrination of the public schools that it's a local light source. All right. And so if you look at the optics that they're showing here, there is a way that if you were in Antarctica and you were facing north, right? If you were on the outside edge somewhere here, it is possible that the light source could be in front of you, but daylight behind you, right? That's why I think this whole idea that, them calling it the final experiment, it's ridiculous. Again, we've been brainwashed. People are brainwashed into this idea that that when you do an experiment that provides evidence that supports your thesis, that translates into proof. Guys, there's nothing ever, the idea that you can't question science is retarded, right? The whole purpose of science is that it should always be questioned. So anyway, we'll finish this off another minute or two, and then we'll get into the fun stuff talking about crypto. All right, guys, that's a perfect still frame of what we're talking about. So if the team that is in Antarctica right now, if they are standing with the southern horizon at their back, the northern horizon in front of them, and they are looking at the night sky, they cannot see the sun, nor is their sky illuminated. All right. However, if they turn south, remember, they would be standing here. And if they turned south, all right, to look in the southern direction, they would see daylight, but it's not sunlight. It is light from the sun that is being reflected off of the firmament dome, or off whatever barrier is enclosed back there, is keeping our system pressurized, right? And that's a way that optical effect could be happening. There's lots of other reasons. However, I say be careful. This final experiment stuff, anything that comes out of it will be just like anything else. The people who believe that we live on a spinning ball, jetting millions of miles an hour around an infinite void of space, they will claim that whatever they observe supports their model, and the flat earthers will claim that their observations support the flat earth model, and nothing's really going to come out of this other than that everybody will think they have a little bit more evidence. All right, guys, that being said, one of the funnest things about the truther community is where it led me, and that is about 4 or 5 years ago, it led me to cryptocurrency. And during the scamdemic is when I really got involved. And one of the coolest things, and why I believe in what are known, if you're new to crypto, one of the subcategories of tokens of investments, of things you can invest in, is called meme coins, right? And I've watched meme communities develop on the blockchain, online, that have turned into these meme coin communities and these meme coin projects. And that's why I'm so bullish on Pulsechain. I'm so bullish on meme coins in general. I think people really don't understand the impact that I think meme coins are going to have on the crypto markets. I think they're going to be the funnels through which the next wave of retail investors comes onto the blockchain. You know, I think it's going to be twofold, right? I think it's the people that have been waiting for Big Brother to say, hey, cryptocurrency's okay, and so forth. The people that are still on the sidelines, that still think maybe the only thing they understand or that they've ever heard about cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. Maybe they've heard of Ethereum, but they don't understand what's been going on under the hood, right? I mean, it's going to blow their mind when they see what's really going on. So, and those people are going to come into retail through the ETFs. They're going to come in through TradFi, right? They're going to be the people that get taken advantage of by the people on Wall Street. All right. Then there's the people that are going to come in organically. They are going to come in for philosophical reasons. They're going to come in because they're part of the truther movement. They're going to come in because they suddenly, after the last 4 years, realize what a scam the monetary system these people are enslaving us with. What a scam that is. So, and those are the people that I think are going to bridge the gap between the larger macro cap things that you find in the crypto sphere, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, like all the other layer ones, like Phantom and so forth, and between those bigger projects that people, even new to crypto, kind of tend to find out about really quick, and the meme coin markets, or what I call the micro cap, right? And those are the tokens we like to talk about where there's the most opportunity. There had to be the first 100 people that were in Bitcoin. There had to be the first 100 people that were into Dogecoin. There had to be the first 100 people that were into Hex, right? And some of the tokens that we're going to talk about today, you could still be some of the first group of 100 people or 1,000 people that are in the project, and see what happens. All right. So we are going to move on to crypto. And the first project we're going to talk about is the Dome token. Dome token is the OG flat earth token of the crypto sphere. It lives exclusively on Pulsechain, and it is the brainchild of the founder of the Sun, Moon, and Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app that I described to you earlier. There's a link down below. If you want to become part of the community, download the app, get a free video every day about flat Earth and about conspiracies in general. And at the same time, you can take part in the Dome Shot giveaway. You can input your EVM address. All right. For those of you that are new to crypto, anytime you do anything on chains like Pulsechain, Ethereum, Arbitrum, Base, those are all what are called EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine chains. They run on the same code, and the contracts on those chains operate on the same code as the Ethereum blockchain. All right, so they're much more compatible than, say, Ethereum and Bitcoin. All right, or Lightning and other networks. So That's what we're talking about if you're new to crypto. Pulsechain is an EVM fork. However, the thing that's special about Pulsechain that you don't find in other EVM forks is the community that came along with Richard Hart onto Pulsechain, right? There was already a community around his first project, Hex, and they came with him to Pulsechain. That's why you see Pulsechain climbing at the ranks in terms of the amount of volume that goes on a daily basis, in terms of active users on the chain, so forth and so on. All right, guys, this is Dome Shot, the Dome token. Again, you can earn this token by downloading Dave Weiss's app, inputting your EVM address, and then giving out referrals. The app is under $2 or $3. It's insignificant. It's a one-time purchase, well worth it for the amount of content you get. All right, I have a feeling you're going to start seeing, because of Dome Shot, you'll probably start seeing a lot more content in the app related to crypto, maybe the history of crypto or the philosophy behind it. All right, Dome Shot. Next project we're going to look at is a project that was started by my friend Nate, launched by my friend Nate. Nate and I have been hanging out together in the Jeranism Cryptoism group. Again, there's a link below. That's kind of where I cut my teeth. One of the reasons I wanted to start this channel is, guys, if you've been around crypto, most of us come in and we come in with the same stories. We have the same stripes on our back. You know, the same notches in our belt. We've all fallen for some rug pulls. We've all fallen for some scams. We all got hooked up in the wrong groups. You know, we didn't understand how quickly things moved, all those things. Man, I'm hoping that if you're new to crypto and you're watching this channel, especially if you're, hippie bro, that we can save you some of the learning experiences that most of us went through. Right, and you can avoid some of those issues by getting involved in the right communities. You can at least minimize some of the learning curve that Nate and I went through when we were getting involved in crypto. All right, the token I'm talking about that Nate started is called Realm token. You'll hear me refer to the Earth as Realm. Again, I don't believe we live on a globe. I don't believe we live on the Earth. So I use the term realm. All right, we'll look at the pairing of Realm Dome. Wow, man, this chart looks great. Again, this is a micro cap, guys. This particular, guys, this is a warning to those of you that are new to crypto, okay? When you pull up, when you're on Dex Screener or Dex Tools, which are kind of the preferred apps or dApps that people use when they're investigating crypto or researching cryptos, what you've got to understand is the market cap is going to be about the same no matter what pairing you're looking at, okay? So the liquidity, however, only reflects the amount of liquidity in this particular pair between these particular tokens and more than likely on a particular DEX. So it doesn't, when you look at these ratings, they're not aggregating all of the liquidity pools on all of the DEXs, right? This is one pair of liquidity. So this particular liquidity here is pretty low. However, one of the things, again, if you're new to crypto, you've got to understand the way liquidity pools work. This is the liquidity pool of the Realm token and the Dome token. All right. There are other liquidity pairs. For example, this particular token, Realm, is also paired with PLS. It's also paired with some other tokens. And all of those liquidity pools operate independently. In other words, if you have the DOME token in your wallet, you could go to the DEX and exchange directly in and out of this pool. Okay. However, you could also exchange using other tokens. The way the DEXs operate is they know they have these contracts that operate on the blockchain, on the DEXs, all right, that know where all of the pockets, all of the pools, all of the liquidity pairings of this particular token is. So they'll go and find an associated token, and they'll trade in and out of that pool, and then they'll come to this pool or a related pool and pull the tokens and deliver them to your wallet. All right. So anyway, this is the chart for Realm token, and it looks this good on the PLS pairing as well. Nate, the way Nate and even the recent token that I launched, they do. We've been doing stealth launches. In other words, we don't want to invite cheaters. We don't want to invite bots to come in, snipe bots or snipe people that know the contract address beforehand, and they set up sniper bots, and then they come in and they buy up a lot of the supply, and then as the retail gets in over the first few minutes or the first 30 minutes to an hour of a project, then these early comers are dumping on the price, and you get a much different looking chart. So Nate did a great job launching this token. He had some really good buys the last couple of days. I own this token. Again, guys, this is not financial advice. The crypto markets are the highest stakes game of hot potato you will ever play. You don't want to get caught. We're moving into a seller's year. All right, the next year is when I'm going to be taking profit. A lot of the people that have been in crypto holding bags for 4 or 5 years are going to be taking profit. You can make a lot of money coming into these markets, but you got to be paying attention, and you've got to be buying quality projects. All right. Again, not financial advice. I wouldn't buy any of these tokens, guys. They're all scams. So this is the Realm token. The Realm token, there's a premium that you pay when you get in and out of this token. So you have to set your slippage at about 4 or 5%, I think, should take care of it with this token. The premium goes to purchase and distribute to all the holders of this token, the DOME token, which is the token that we just looked at, Dave Weiss's project. All right, guys. Next thing that we are going to look at to introduce the next project, which is my project. We're going to take a look at the Twitter sphere, or take a look over at X, get everybody riled up just a little bit. Hey guys, if you are new to crypto, one of the best places to kind of get a vibe, get a sense of what's going on, get a sense of projects that are moving in and out of the markets is Twitter, right? If you don't have a Twitter account, I encourage you.
Abundance mindset is actually abundance reality.
Hey guys, I copied the wrong link. I encourage you to get an account on Twitter. Lots of crypto happenings are first revealed on Twitter, so you can get a real heads up on projects sometimes by following the right accounts. Okay. All right, so let's check out what I found on reason number 101 to hate Bill Gates, guys. If you don't know, the project that we just launched, or that I just launched here a few weeks ago, is called Fuck Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, the WEF, the WHO, and the Pooh World Order. No, I did not make a mistake. I do mean the Pooh World Order. We hate these people. We know we're on to their agenda. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Guys, I still know people that, line up to get the flu shot, line up to get the, the new one. Every time somebody tells them there's a new strain and stuff, I get it. They're out there. There are people out there that are so beholden to the system. But anyway, hey, one good thing about it is when the media starts telling them to, they're all going to come into crypto and buy our bags. So before they depart, in whatever way they depart, I think they're going to spread a lot of capital around the crypto markets. All right, so I found this particular post, and bro, it gives me hope that we are winning. All right, now I know this is X, and I know it's supposed to be the beacon of free speech. Again, I don't buy into it. It does provide an outlet right now, but again, I think that Elon Musk, he's one of the players. He's playing his part, and all this was a release valve, right? Him taking over Twitter. And because the censorship had gotten so crazy that it was waking people up, right? So they had to move everybody onto one platform where they could really monitor it better and give them all it did was give us the sense that we've got free speech. I guarantee you that if you start posting stuff that Elon Musk's handlers tell him he doesn't, that they don't want being propagated, you'll see censorship is alive and well on Twitter too. However, in the meantime, it gives me hope. All right, so let's take a look at some of the comments that we found here. Bill Gates tweeted that he would like to, work with the Trump administration, and so the Trump social media team put this out. So let's check out the comments. All right, so some of these are pretty big accounts, like this Stephen Miller guy. He's got a lot of followers. Never, Bill Gates belongs in prison. Trump has no interest in feeding us cockroaches nor dealing cockamamie, about as much as I trust George Soros. Oh my God, bro! And then check this out. This Matt Getz, politician. I can't even remember. I gave up that a long time ago. But all right, so check it out. Matt Getz, because Bill Gates is a billionaire, he thinks, oh yeah, we can invite him in, no problem. Look, I could not find one comment on even this comment that was favorable, right? That's funny. Say some more stupid shit. Are you serious, Matt? Are you fucking kidding me? The same way Hannibal Lecter helped and manipulated Clarice Sterling. There you go. Matt, personally, are you high? Fuck no, the fucker's evil. Hey, that's the name of our token. Ah, man, what did I do? Did I post? Guys, I've been going through here spamming. Maybe I didn't spam this. I need to put a comment on. Pardon me while I do some marketing. I can't believe. Maybe I did, but I'm going to do it again. So I like going through and spamming about my new token. So I'm going to do that real quick while we're here. So, but you can see, guys, even Matt Getz's post, where he's the only one I could find that supports inviting Bill Gates into the administration, right? That one comment, I couldn't find anybody that supported his comment, right? So that kind of stuff gives me hope. Let's see. Again, lots of negative comments. Nope, Only suitable for Democrats. Nope, I'm opposed to the billionaires and millionaires club that is forming in the new administration. Hell no, if that were to happen, I'd begin to question Trump's motives. So again, guys, at the very least, you know, we've got an administration that is gonna, they're gonna see this and they're gonna shy away. Now, that's not to say Bill Gates isn't going to be involved, but at least the guy's smart enough, or the, you know, the controllers are smart enough to, at this point, with so many people having woken up to what's going on, they're kind of smart enough to downplay stuff. I think it does buy us a little bit of breathing room, gives me a little bit of hope, especially as it relates to the crypto markets, right? I think this points to the fact that they're going to let a lot of people get rich. They are going to let a lot of people get rich, all right? Because I think they're at the point where they have to. They know people are catching on to the monetary system. They know people want out, and they can't keep pretending without seeming to be completely stupid. I mean, they already seem ridiculous to a lot of us, right? We just don't have a big enough that they've used a lot of plants. You know, look at all the people they siphoned us off to. All the people that were waking up got siphoned off to X, to Twitter, because they think Elon Musk is going to save them. A lot of people got siphoned into MAGA because they think Donald Trump's going to save them. A lot of people started following, what's his name, Russell Brand, because they think he's going to save them, right? Again, guys, all these people are just characters in the script, right? They're all going to be used ultimately to manipulate you. You look around. If you're a truther and you bought into MAGA and you think Donald Trump is here to save you, if he all of a sudden decides that there is a vaccine out there he likes, that he wants everybody to take, look around, look and see all your MAGA friends, how many of them jump on board and start waiting in line for it. All right. I'm just saying, be careful. Be careful. All right. With that in mind, guys, the next thing we're going to take a look at is, so that brings us to our next project that I want us to look at, and that is my token, the FBG token. Let me get back to Dex Tools. Hey, man, if you're Crypto Cuts, if you're still around, man, come on in. I put the link. Man, I hope the link is showing up. Let me double check something, guys. I'm going to check and make sure that the link is showing up in the chat. I'm dropping it in the multi-chat that I have on StreamYard, but I'm not sure it's coming up on YouTube. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah, man, let me know if you feel like coming on. Hop in and I'll pull you up. All right, so we are looking at FBG 666. Again, guys, this is a cottage token. I compared these to a microbrewery that doesn't even have citywide distribution, right? If you want to home brew from a microbrewery that just started up, you're going to have to go to the pub and drink it there. All right. So again, this is a very low market cap coin. I think the little bit of sell-off here is probably bots. I'll have to go in and double check. I meant to go in last night and buy it. Buy up some more. I'm glad I didn't, if somebody was still selling, but I didn't get a chance to last night. Probably when we get off at some point today, I'm going to go back in and create a little bottom here. So this is FBG 666, and this token is my new baby. Fuck Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, the WEF, the WHO, and the rest of the poo world order. Guys, we don't need these guys in our lives. Everybody likes a villain. These guys are the villains. These guys are the villains. So I'm giving everybody's got a great chance to get in this project. I launched this token in the manner that my friend Nate launched his stuff. I think it's going to do the same stuff. It's going to get the same kind of support. Guys, I don't even have the DEX tools, my socials. I haven't even set up the Telegram chat. I'm giving everybody that wants to become a true believer to get in before I start doing a lot of memes and stuff like that. Again, I'm doing a little bit of marketing on Twitter, but I haven't even started to make meme stuff or anything like that I think is going to get attention. I've got a great idea for a little snippet, cartoon snippet. I'm not even going to share it here. I've learned not to talk about my ideas, but anyway, I'm in the process of manifesting that. It's going to be hilarious, guys, hilarious. So if you want to get in before people think it's safe, before real buyers want to come in, before a shark or a whale comes in, this is your perfect chance. This particular token is a reward token. It charges a premium when you get in or out of the token. So if you're new to crypto, a reward token is a contract that operates on the blockchain. So anytime you have a main token, that is the reward token. That is the token you're buying, right? Once you purchase that token, let's say you go out and buy the FBG, fuck Bill Gates token, you hold it in your wallet. It rewards a secondary token to you. So by holding it in your wallet, anytime somebody buys or sells the FBG 666 token anywhere on the blockchain, okay, you're going to get a reward of a secondary token into your wallet. And that token, in this case, will be the NOPE token, the no permissions token. All right. The no permissions token, that is the next token we're going to look at. The no permissions token is a community that sprung up around Randy Hilarski. And the ticker symbol for the no permissions token is NOPE, N-O-P-E. And this is a token that is dedicated to teaching people about crypto and the freedom that it can offer people. Here in the no permissions community, you can learn how to operate outside of the TradFi monetary system. You can learn how to operate outside of the jurisdiction, the legal boundaries of the government known as the United States, also known as a fictional corporation. That's another story for another time. All right. Oh, this is the USD chart. Oh, no, this is PLS. Let's look at it in PLS terms. All right. I don't know why this chart, I did this last night too, guys. I'm going to get out of this and show you the full NOPE chart. My fault. Yeah, guys, that's another thing. If you're new to crypto, when you're doing your research, all right, so if you look here, I typed in NOPE, or I could have put in the contract address, and I'm looking for the main pairing, the oldest pairing that I can find with PLS. There's the NOPE 9-inch chart. All right, so each of these that pulls up, so this is the oldest one, and it also usually has the highest liquidity. So this will be the full chart dating back to when the coin was released. And that's what you want to look at. All right. So this is the full chart of the NOPE token. If you're new to crypto, this is what you often see. You see a coin launch, then you see it get adopted, and then you see people, it's not uncommon once people have a double, a triple, a quadruple. If that seems odd to you guys, I'm telling you, we're in the part of the bull market that if you've got $1,000 that you throw into the crypto markets, it's, again, this isn't financial advice. I don't give financial advice. You should not buy any of these tokens. It's just like trading Pokemon cards, all right? However, I do know people, and I might be one of them, that you can throw $1,000 in the market in this part of the cycle. And as long as you're not buying scams, then chances are in a month you're going to come back, or 2 weeks later you could come back and see that you've got, instead of $1,000, you've got $2,000 worth of value or $3,000 worth of value. Happens all the time. And so when it does, it's not uncommon for those people to take profits, and then the coin redistributes, changes hands, and then you get another moonshot. All right. So, and we're into that part of the market where if you're coming in and buying tokens in charts that look like this, you stand a really good chance, as long as you do your research, you stand a really good chance of being profitable over the next 6 months. And it's going to far surpass anything that you can experience in the stock market or in mutual funds or any type of any of the other traditional finance products that you find out there. This is the NOPE token. It is rewarded by owning FBG token. The people that own the NOPE token, guys, you're also going to probably get an airdrop of this sometime in the very near future. I'm still going to do an airdrop of FBG to MILF token holders. That's our original project. We're not going to take a look at that today, but there's a link below. You can look at the chart. It was decimated. It was our very first project that we launched. Number one, we launched it in a way that invited cheaters and snipers, and then we kind of changed directions for the staking protocol that we originally envisioned. However, we are going to bring some value to those community members that held the MILF token. You can check out the chart below. We'll talk more about that later, but just know that that would be an easy way to get a free airdrop for really cheap by the little bag of MILF token, and then you'll get the FBG token, and you'll also get dropped in rewards the NOPE token just because you have the FBG token. All right, free stuff happens all the time in crypto, guys. All right, that's the other thing. If you are new to crypto, again, we are in the part of the bull market where you're going to see a lot of stuff move really fast, and people are going to be making money left and right. So you're going to be able to make some fast money. However, to me, the magic is when you come into crypto, that you establish yourself, find some of these communities that you vibe with, right? Find somewhere to hang out and learn how to do liquidity providing, all right? Find a community to hang out in where you can learn about NFTs. Find a community to hang out in where you can learn about the gaming side of crypto, all right? Because when you do, what you're going to do is you're going to open yourself up during the next bear market when project launches happen, and during the successive bull markets, to get free money, guys, to just print free money. All right. A large portion of my bag from the NOPE token came because I was part of Randy Hilarski's community. And when he monetized the community, getting into the community, put it behind a paywall in Patreon, he did an airdrop of the token, right? And I've taken profits. I have used those profits to buy back into the token. I've used those profits to buy other tokens that have also been profitable. There is free money all over the place in crypto, but where your best chance to find the safe tokens that are going to offer you those opportunities, or the safe communities to offer you those opportunities, are right here on Pulsechain, and by getting involved in these meme communities. All right, guys, so that's the NOPE token. Again, Randy Hilarski's community, no permissions. And that, as we get further in to building an audience here on YouTube, guys, we are going to really dive deep into learning how to live outside of the matrix. And you can get a taste of that. Randy Hilarski does a lot of work in his Patreon and the No Permissions newsletter, giving people information on how to live as an expatriate, how how to exit the jurisdiction known as known as the United States, or really any governments. All right, guys. Next thing I want to look at real quick before we take off is, and I'm going to have to get out of here, I want to take a quick look at one of the reasons that I am so bullish on Pulsechain. I'm going to show you an example. When I say communities, first of all, guys, if you're new to crypto, you've got to understand if you get involved in crypto, guys, just throw away your TV, throw away your subscription to Netflix. You don't need to watch TV. You don't need to watch any soap operas. You don't need to watch any movies. All the drama that you need is right here.
Abundance mindset is actually abundance reality. Okay.
Is right here in crypto. All the entertainment that you need is right here in crypto, especially on Pulsechain. All right. It's hard to explain to people who haven't been in crypto for a while. But if you get out there and knock around on different blockchains and different communities, you're not going to find the kind of passion you do for crypto, for freedom, for crazy conspiracies. Again, another example is, guys, you're not going to find a lot of people in the conspiracy crypto world that took the jibbity jab, right? They all had it figured out beforehand. So you're gonna run into a lot of people and a lot of narratives and a lot of stories, a lot of conspiracy stuff. And so I'm going to introduce you to, if you're new to crypto, or if you're new to Pulsechain, I'm going to introduce you, number one, to one of the main characters that has kind of taken over the influencer side of and not taken over, that he's kind of one corner, one part of the market on the influencer side. And that is your friend Sami. I've been following him for a couple of years. And when I first started following him, he wasn't talking about Pulsechain that much. It was kind of maybe a quarter of what the stuff he covered. Now he pretty much exclusively covers Pulsechain. So he's going to be one of the main characters in the crypto season that we're all about to experience. And go follow him. I enjoy listening to him, and I've made a lot of money listening to him too. So let's take a listen. And the reason we're watching this is not just to introduce you to Sami if you're new to crypto or new to Pulsechain, but some of the content that he's been covering lately is this group called Pulsechain TV. And they're actually, they're making animated content about the main characters in the Pulsechain and in crypto in general. One of the main characters in crypto in general is Richard Hart, the founder of Pulsechain, the founder of Hex, which is the OG project that he had. It's the reason Pulsechain even came to existence, is because of Hex. It became too expensive to function properly on the Ethereum blockchain. But Pulsechain TV, guys, man, they're making some awesome content. And if you're new to crypto, if you're new to Pulsechain, but you've been in crypto a while, the type of community and the engagement that you see and the type of content that's going to drive engagement is in the next bull cycle. This is what you want to see in communities that you're doing research for. So if you're been in crypto and you're just taking a look at Pulsechain, guys, what you're about to see is the reason you're going to be successful by putting some of your hard-earned money, fiat money, into this blockchain and the projects that are going to become main players in the Pulsechain community during this edition of Bull Run 2025. Here we go. Your friend
Bear
Sami.
market. Everyone's like, dude, should I leave crypto for 5 years or 10 years? That's what it feels like. Also, shout out to Pulse TV making these funny videos, man. These are awesome. Listen to this, friends.
You have mail. Huh. A love letter.
Follow a friend. The air drops this letter to you from I, as both are washed from the public's eye. For rockets to rise to where Apollo arrived, pump the heart with that I provide. Both can live, but both must die. Where a heart beats, a pulse resides. Milady.
Guards, please open the doors. The time has come for me to leave. I have to follow Somi.
Guys, do you know how close CZ and I are? He's coming over to my house this weekend to eat tabbouleh. That's how fucking close we are.
What the actual fuck? Is CZ fucking serious? Why would he follow Sami? He was meant to follow me. Now I have to let Sami in on the secret.
That's gold, man. That is, man, we're going, that's deep. That's subculture stuff. Like, you have to know, CZ now follows me. CZ in jail, you know, like, we're going deep into the memes here. This is Pulsechain stuff. Actually, congratulations, man. That's really, really good. They do a lot. I love watching them because the anime, the cartoon, man, the AI, man, it's using Richard's voice. They're doing really, really good. Also, of course, shout out to the bully. Friends, don't worry. No, look. After all of that, you don't have to complicate it because our companions for 2025 have arrived. And that's the new term I have to keep remembering to say.
All right, guys. So if you're now, this is the thing that those of us that have been around crypto, been in Pulsechain a while, this is what you've got to remember. If you're not new to the Pulsechain community, if you're not new to crypto, you got a lot of those references. You've got to remember in a month from now, half of the people that we're interacting with online are probably going to be new to crypto. They're not going to have a clue what any of what you just saw is about. They're not going to know who CZ is. They're not going to know who Richard Hart is, right? They're not going to know the background story of CZ being in jail. They're not going to know the background of the Milady comment, right? So those of you that are new to crypto, this is what this channel is going to be dedicated to, is making sure that you understand all of those references, right? However, we're not going to take time to go into those details today. We've already eaten up our show basically, but that's what we want this channel to be about. So if you're a seasoned Pulsechain veteran, we want you to invite all of your new onboards to this channel because we're going to mansplain everything. We're going to we're going to go and backtrack in baby steps and explain all the main characters. We're going to tell so that people can begin to decipher what's going on. You know, it occurred to me when I started getting into Hex and found the Hex community, a lot of the people, the influencers that I was following were like the OG influencers. And so their background up until that point had been kind of educational, right? They hadn't yet transitioned into, now if you go listen to those guys, that they are, everything they talk about, again, if you don't have the context of what they're talking about, either from the crypto side or from the vantage point of having been in the community and understanding some of the references, the cultural references that they're making, man, it's just going to not make a lot of sense to you. And so we hope we're a landing place here on this channel that people can come to and kind of get the background information, kind of get the in so that they can start understanding the inside jokes, the inside references, the inside terminology, right? You got to remember, half of the people that you're going to be seeing in chat rooms over the next 3 to 6 months, they're not going to know what the term FUD means. They're not going to know what the difference between a hot wallet and a cold wallet. So we want to be able to provide that. And here, just some background information to help make your transition into the wonderful world of crypto a smooth one, and where you can avoid a lot of the learning curve that some of us have been going through over the last 4 or 5 years. All right, guys, that's the end of my stream today. I think I'm going to be live with Corey Costa at around 2 p.m. Central Time today. In the meantime, I'm going to go and see my grandkids. Have a great Sunday.